no numbers, there's no pictures, there's no videos, there's no gameplay. I don't like it.
Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Today, Freemers, we are back on their Palia lore reading. This is part 2 to the Human Overseer Station lore. So I actually missed this a little bit, but Galen was actually the first. He was the first person we were reading about. We were reading over the Hydroflow station. So this next one is going over Pyroflow. Assuming the next one goes over Airflow and then Terraflow. So this is kind of all going in order, but the next one is Pyroflow. So we'll be going over Hephaestus's lore, which after reading a little bit, this guy actually seems like a bad dude. So Galen and Titus don't like Hephaestus, is what we can gather. Anima seems like very trusting of Hephaestus, but I don't know. There's a lot of like mistrust in the situation that they're in. It's all pretty crazy, but let's go ahead and jump into it. I want to dive in, man. Let's do it. So, it's first little thing here. Draft weekly update, flow generator division. So I'm assuming this is coming from Asta or the King, but I don't know. There's no person listed, but let's read it. Attention everybody. I realize you are already unhappy about the changes to the cooling channels and the additional security measures. Now I have to provide additional bad news. Starting next week, we will be shutting down the supplies of Pyroflow to the various facilities nearby. They will need to find ways to function utilizing the Hydroflow, Terraflow, and Airflow they generate. This is non-negotiable. I understand you may worry about how you will be treated by our fellow citizens if you continue to work here. If that is the case, please come see me in my office. No, this draft needs more work. So the reason why I say it could be Asta is because of the ... Asta words their phrases with ... making kind of everything kind of seem awkward. So I think it is Asta. I don't think it's the King, but it could be the King. I do think it's Asta, though, because Asta is allegedly the Minister of Flow, and this comes from the Flow Generator Division. So, I mean, it's got to be coming from Asta. But let's keep going. And obviously announcing that everything's getting shut down. We know that already. Focus on the big things. Another day, another terrible note sent to the staff. They think I don't care, but I am simply not allowed to show it. I worry about the other facilities. I worry about Anima. I worry about my employees. We are all at risk, and this force working against us, it is impossible to stop. The only thing that brings me solace is Vetus. That dog's loyalty is as infallible as his terrible breath. I wish he could understand how much his years of companionship mean to me. So, I can kind of... I don't think this is Asta, because Asta is kind of the villain in this whole situation. This is actually Hephaestus, I believe, because there is... We're gonna read it, but there is a little lore entry that Anima is talking to Hephaestus like a close friend. So, yeah, I worry about the other facilities, worry about my employees. So, Hephaestus might be a bad guy, might be a good guy, or might be right in the middle. But yeah, we learn a little bit about Hephaestus, and I mean that draft could be from Hephaestus, but I don't think it is. I think Hephaestus and Asta are kind of in cahoots a little bit, but we don't know. But Vetus is a character introduced. Apparently, Hephaestus had a dog, which is cool. But it says we are all at risk, and this force is working against us. It is impossible to stop. So if you really think about it, like, it could be Galders, but it also could be something else. This war that's currently ongoing, we don't know what they're fighting. We don't know what the humans are fighting. It could be the Majiri, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think the Majiri became a race until Palia launched, until we got that. So it's hard to gather, but yeah, that's what this is about. I'm pretty sure it's from Hephaestus. The first one was from Asta. Let's read the next one. Ex-relationship struggles. Another scathing message from Galen. I was forbidden from warning them about the shutdown, and they seem rather offended. They even brought up our previous relationship. Been wondering how to respond. I suppose I should be thankful that they have gone to visit their brother. I have a week to formulate some sort of satisfactory response. Anima says I can be overly particular rewarding, but in this case, I believe it's warranted. I wonder whether Galen's brother still has Kato. I'm sure Vetus misses visiting him. So this is Hephaestus again. It could be Hephaestus the whole way through. Which, you know what, let's just go with that, because I feel like Asta's not a part of this whole... I think that was Galen's story, but this is more Hephaestus. But clearly, like, Hephaestus, Galen, Anima, and Titus are all very close, or they were. Now the relationship's kind of scattered. Galen and Titus are still good. Anima's good with Galen and Titus, but Galen and Titus don't like Hephaestus, and Anima's kind of like in between, you know? But it's interesting. All right, let's keep going. Welcome, Hephaestus. So there was actually a welcome Galen prompt. Welcome Galen prompt, but I somehow, like, I had a screenshot of it. I just forgot to talk about it. Also, my cat is in the screenshot. Ignore the cat. This is really old too, the screenshot anyway. But yeah, so this is the Pyroflow overseer station. So that's what Hephaestus is in charge of anyway. Let's keep going. From Galen. Body text 1 of 2. I've wondered if our previous connection makes things like this easier or harder for you. It definitely makes them harder for me. I guess I finally got my answer when you decided to cut our flow supply without talking to me first. Even if the order came from the king himself, I thought I could still trust you enough to come to me. So, I think Hephaestus is... I mean, you know what's... Well, no, I guess you couldn't. But I think Hephaestus is working with Asta and the king. Definitely. But it's... Obviously, Galen's not even sure if the order came from the king himself, but Hephaestus is the one that cut the power. So, Asta... Here's how I think it probably happened. Asta, being the Minister of Flow, being in charge of everything, probably gave Hephaestus the order, or the order came from the king and gave it to Asta and gave it to Hephaestus, and Hephaestus shut all the facilities down. That's probably what happened. But I don't think Hephaestus had a choice in the matter, even if he wanted to. Asta probably demanded it, and there was no choice in the matter, but let's keep reading. Body text 2 of 2. Lucky for us, we have enough Pyroflow stocked up to keep things chugging along, at least for now. I'm mostly sending this to ask if the two of us can act normally around each other. Is it already too late for that? So, he's mad. Galen is mad at Hephaestus, but he's like, okay, can we just, like, calm down for a second? Like he wants everyone to chill out. That's kind of the whole thing here. But it might be too late for that because of how things have gone here. This seems like it's at the start of the war or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, let's keep going. From Anima. Body text. Listen, dear. I know you have been struggling greatly with the decision to cut off flow supplies. But keep in mind, it was not your choice. Titus and Galen will blame you, but that is because they cannot blame anyone else. Deep down, they are well aware who is responsible. Stay strong, my love. So, that my love thing, I don't know if Hephaestus and Anima are together. It's hard to say. I think we'd have to read more, but I love what Anima says here. They are well aware who is responsible. So Titus and Galen, I think, know that either the king sent the order down or Asta sent the order down. They know that, but they're blaming the person that sent the messages out saying, hey, flow's cut off, sorry. Like, they're blaming Hephaestus because he's the only one there they can blame, right? They can't blame someone who's not there. But like Anima says here, Titus and Galen will blame you, but that is because they cannot blame anyone else, because there's no one else to blame. Like, there's no one else around. Because Asta and the king are probably sitting in the capital or wherever, just chilling, having a relaxing time. But yeah, Hephaestus, I think, out of probably all of these characters so far, Hephaestus is going through the roughest time. But that's just my take on it. From Titus. Body text. The gardener is already pretty upset about you cutting off his Pyroflow supplies. I'm not sure what the king expects to happen. Does the capital want Galder or not? Galen may be approaching this issue in the wrong way, But at least he is approaching it. Stand up for us, Hef. So, what's interesting about Titus gives us a lot of context about what's going on. So, the gardener is mad. He's like, you cut off my supplies. How dare you? But then this line right here, I'm not sure what the king expects to happen. Does the capital want Galder or not? So it seems like they're not fighting the Galder, although they could be. But it seems like they might have needed Galder at some point to help them fight their battles. It's not clear because the story's not expanded that far. But yeah, and it seems like he brings up like Galen may be approaching the issue in the wrong way, but at least he is approaching it. Because there's a lot of people out there that like don't confront their problems, but there's also people that confront their problems but in the wrong way. So Galen's at least doing something, but Hef seems like he's not doing anything. It's interesting. And then of course we got this next one from Admin 2. There's 2 separate admins. We don't even like, I don't know if the admin is the person, like if like admin 1 was Galen and admin 2 is Hephaestus. It's not clear. We don't know who these admins are. But anywho, let's keep going. Body text. I know you are making sacrifices. We are all making sacrifices. People we've lost are irreplaceable, but so are you. In this time, more than any before it, I need your faith. If we fail here, the Cosmos Protocol will be the hope for our future. Your facility will not only house a key to the secret, but provide a potential source of power to any future survivors. So Hephaestus already, like, obviously he's the keeper of the flames, which means he's also not only, so funny enough, the temples. So Galen controls the water temple. That's his temple. And Hephaestus controls the fire temple. So obviously Vetus might have been the Kitsu. That's not clear though. That's not clear at all. But Hephaestus, that was his temple. And clearly his says your facility will not only house a key to the secret, but provide a potential source of power to any future survivors. So his temple, I don't remember. His temple basically saved a Kitsu, saved that race. I don't know if that was the power, but one thing that's noted here, it says, I need your faith. If we fail here, the Cosmos Protocol will be the hope for our future. So what is the Cosmos Protocol? If you can probably guess what it is, just off of that text. The Cosmos Protocol is what brought us, the new Palians, back into the world. That is what the Cosmos Protocol was. It was like a failsafe if all else failed, you know? If all else fails, we've got that Cosmos Protocol. That's what's going to keep us going. But I digress. Is that it? That's it. Cool. That's it. So that was the Pyroflow Overseer Station lore. We're going to go over the rest of it. There's a lot to go over, so trust me, we're going to be doing a bunch of videos for these, but anywho, that's going to be the video for today, but thank you guys for watching. If you did, as always, I appreciate it a ton, and I will see you guys in the next video, and yeah, goodbye.